morning everyone, I hope you're all well. It is a beautiful morning this morning in Devon, although it's strangely cold. The weather's really strange. We've had a lot of hailstones this week and sleet and then beautiful sunshine. It's like someone's constantly switching a light on and off, which is really odd. Anyway, we've got beautiful blue sky this way and we have an enormous grey cloud that way, so I think we could be in for more of the same today. So anyway, today I wanted to talk to you about some of my skin saviours, and what I mean by that is skin products that really help me out when I'm having issues with my skin, whether that be from a spotty point of view or when my skin's just feeling like it needs a bit of hydration, you know, those kind of things. So stay tuned and have a look through the products that I use for my particularly oily, problematic skin. Now, when I was going through what products to include in this video, it's actually really hard because there are a lot of products I could have included. So I've really tried to edit everything down so it's you know, a bit more watchable in terms of you guys, because at the moment I am experimenting with lots of different things and I'm loving loads of it. So first things first, I'm going to talk cleansers, and I've got two favourite cleansers that I use for kind of different issues. The one that I use every day, because I do like a double cleanse, is the I'm still loving the La Roche-Posay Effaclar purifying foaming gel for oily and sensitive skin. I first tried this as part of the 3-pack with the cleanser, the toner and the moisturiser as well, and they're just beautiful products. I've really noticed a difference in terms of how many breakouts I get. I'm kind of scared not to use this because it feels like it really does do something. So that's definitely something that I use every day, usually twice a day, as part of my cleansing routine. So love that one. The other cleanser I wanted to mention is quickly becoming a firm favourite, and I don't use this one so much just purely because I don't want it to run out just yet, and that's of course the Osteorenaissance cleansing gel. Now, there are many things that I love about this. What I tend to use this for now, initially I used to use it to remove my makeup, but I use this as more of a bit of a skin treat really, because what I noticed is if I was doing a double cleanse and I saved this until the final cleanse, it was leaving my skin feeling so smooth and hydrated and it just feels gorgeous. This I use as more of a treat. I'll actually mention another product now because this is rose scented, and I've got another rose scented product I want to talk about, which is from the Superfacialist range by Una Brennan, and it is the Rose Hydrate Miracle Makeover Facial Oil. Now, I try not to combine products too often because you don't quite know which one's working and whether they're going to go together, but last night I actually tried these two together. I had a little bit of extra time for my skincare last night, which never happens, so I did a few pumps of this on my face after I'd removed my eye makeup and most of my face makeup, and I really started to massage it into the skin, and I thought, I wonder what it would feel like to put some of this on top of that, and oh my god, did it feel amazing. I absolutely love the scent of rose anyway, and I was just sat there staring into my my mirror on my dressing table, and I was just massaging my skin for ages, and it felt really nice as a treat to do that. And after I'd sort of rinsed it all off, my skin felt amazing, and I'm sure it's because of the fact that I'd spent that bit of extra time doing that, and the fact that they're two really lovely products together anyway. And when I then went on to do my nighttime sort of skin routine with the products that I put on after that, when I woke up this morning, and even now that I've got makeup on, my skin just feels really smooth and just lovely, so I will definitely do that again. So the next thing to talk about is this was quite an expensive purchase, and I did it with some trepidation, but it was one of those cases of YouTube made me buy it. and I don't regret it at all. It's probably one of my favourite purchases recently, and it is the Peter Thomas Roth Pumpkin Enzyme Mask. Now, when I first used this, it was actually quite scary because of the fact that it does sting a bit. Just to read what it says on the front, it's a 3-in-1 intensive skin resurfacing mask, exfoliates with pumpkin enzyme, peels with alpha hydroxy acid, polishes with aluminium oxide, reveals smoother, younger looking, radiant and revitalised skin. Now, I've had this for quite a few weeks now. It was one of my first kind of I'm going on a skin voyage of discovery thing, and this was £38, which is just, I've never spent that much on anything like this. You get 150ml, and I'll show you what it looks like inside. Now, bearing in mind, I have had this for a few months now, probably nearly 3 months or something. Just take the protective lid off. That is how much is left. I don't want it to all tip out. As you can see, there's absolutely tons left in there because you really don't need very much. In fact, the last time I used this on the weekend, I put one layer on, and I think my skin has kind of got used to what's in there now because it didn't initially sting like it does. So I went in with a second layer, and then I thought, okay, yes, that's actually stinging a little bit. But I think it is sort of meant to in a good way. It is quite scary when you have really sensitive, crazy skin and you put something on and it does that, because your instant reaction is like, oh my god, take it off, take it off. But actually, from what I've read, that's normal because of the pumpkin enzyme. The smell of this as well, it's like you could eat it. It's obviously very pumpkin-y, it's sort of spicy. It does smell like some kind of pumpkin pie type thing. It's got a very autumnal sort of smell to it, so it's absolutely beautiful. It recommends that you leave it on between 3 to 7 minutes depending on how sensitive your skin is. I like to give it a really good massage in, and I use it once a week if I can, and I really notice a difference when I've washed it off. My face just seems to like glow and just look really smooth, and when I put all my nighttime stuff on afterwards, it just glides on and it just feels really nice. I'm not a big fan of scrubby exfoliants going on your face, and this is a little bit scrubby, but it does so much good. I absolutely love it. So although it's expensive, this is going to last a long time because you don't need much, and it's just beautiful. So in terms of things that also make your face think, oh my god, what did I just do? I want to talk about this, and this is Alpha H Liquid Gold with glycolic acid. Now, I wish I knew a little bit more about skin ingredients. I really will start to have to research it because I want to understand what it is that my skin really loves when I put it on there. This is a 50ml sample size that I got from Cult Beauty, which is brilliant because you're not having to commit to getting to the full size and thinking, I really hate this. But again, this is something I've had for a good few months. I think I got it the same time as the Peter Thomas Roth mask. And again, you're supposed to really use this every other night, I think, but I probably don't use it quite as often as that, only because I kind of forget to use it, and then I think, oh, I was supposed to use that tonight. This is something that you need to build a tolerance up to with your skin, and to do that, it's essentially like a toner. So instead of using my usual toner the night that I use this instead of the toner that I would usually use. So my face is freshly washed, and I just get a normal cotton pad and I pop this on. But the first time you use it, you need to make sure the first few times you have sort of dampened the cotton pad down first, so you're not just getting this on its own, because it is strong stuff. Once you've done that for a few days, and you feel ready to just go for this on its own, then you can use it on its own. In terms of what it says on the back, it revitalises and assists in firming the skin in a single application through multi-action formula of silk protein and licorice. Apply liquid gold onto cleansed skin each alternate evening moisten cotton pad with solution and apply to face, neck and decollage. Yeah, decollage. When the skin is touch dry, apply your preferred Alpha H moisturiser or serum. For an intensive treatment, do not follow with moisturiser or serum. So I've not actually tried that yet, because I always want to be able to put something on top of this, so maybe I should try that one day. I don't actually have any other products in the Alpha H range, but this is lovely. And again, you do notice the difference when you wake up in the morning and your skin just feels so much more radiant and ready for products to be put on there. It's just lovely. So I'll definitely be getting this in the bigger size when I've run out, but I would say it's probably half full. You can sort of see through the bottle, and it's there at the moment, in case that's not showing up on camera. It's not done too badly at all. So got a few more things to go. Whilst we're talking about toners, my usual toner that I use every day is the two-step part of the La Roche-Posay Effaclar Clarifying Toner. I love this toner. It's sadly not much remaining. I wish that you could buy this on its own. As far as I'm aware, you can't. You can only buy it as part of the three-step system, which is super annoying, because you can buy the face wash, which is the first part, you can buy that on its own, and you can buy the moisturiser on its own, but for some reason you can't buy this. And initially I thought, it's only a toner, how great is it going to be? And when it started to get quite low, I bought one of the other toners in the same range. It comes in a blue bottle, and I have got through that, I have used it all, but you notice a huge difference. I didn't use this for a while. I've been using the other one, and it's quite stingy when you put it on the skin. I'll get it for you because it's right there. And then, so yeah, this one is pretty much done. There's like a tiny little bit in the bottom, maybe another application in there. So this is the Astringent Lotion Micro Exfoliant. Tightens and helps unblock pores. I won't be buying this again because I think this toner is so much better. They're right when they say astringent. If you've got any kind of healing or active spots or anything that are open and you've got some broken skin, wowee does it hurt. It really stings when it goes on. And I can't honestly say that I think it's a particularly good toner. I never really used to understand the point of a toner until I started using this, and I think this really does help to mattify your skin. It does exactly what it says, mattifies the skin and tightens the pores. So I think the only way around having to get this again for the moment will be to buy the three-step system again. Whilst we're kind of on the subject of spots and stuff, something that I got in the Cult Beauty Spring Goodie Bag was this. I don't know if this is how you would buy it normally, or whether this is just kind of a little tester pack of them or whatever, but it's the Skin Iceland blemish dots with another kind of acid, salicylic acid. And what you get in here, I'll just take this out. I don't know if this is going to show up. I just kind of waggle it around a bit. The camera might pick up what's on there. I've already used 5 of them. I've got another 6 left to go. You get 2 different sizes, and the idea is you put them over a blemish that you want to get rid of. And I've had kind of varying degrees of success with this. I think it depends on how really bad the spot is. I didn't, amazingly, for the first time in my life, I think I can say that when I got these, I didn't have any spots to try it on for ages. And I just thought, okay, this is strange, this is not something I'm used to. And then gradually I started to get a few spots. And the first few spots that I got, what I was doing, including it in part of my nighttime routine and leaving these on all night, because they do stick really well to the skin. So I was leaving it on all night, getting up in the morning, and it wasn't like some kind of major miraculous peel it off, oh my god, the spot is gone. That would be cool. It wasn't quite as amazing as that, but it definitely takes a lot of the puff out of those really angry ones that you get. This one here is so far the only one that I've had that seems resistant to these. This was a proper bruiser of a spot, and I've not had one like that for a long time. And I actually used the bigger size because it was so huge in this for 2 nights running, and it kind of was helping, but not as much as I would have liked, so I actually stopped using these. It's actually healing now anyway. But generally speaking, I've had some great success with this, and it's really handy to think that you can actually have a concentrated treatment on a spot working whilst you're sleeping. So that's good, we like that. I'm sure I was supposed to have edited this down more, but there still seems to be lots to talk about. I'll speed through it because I just feel like I'm not getting anywhere. Right, going to change to a lip product now. This is my favourite lip balm at the moment, and it is from First Aid Beauty, and it's their Ultra Repair Lip Therapy. This is well loved. It's completely beaten and battered. I've had this, gosh, just after Christmas, maybe the New Year, so I've had it a while, and there are many reasons why I love this. I love the fact that it's quite an easy applicator. It's just one of these squeeze, little bit of product comes out the end, pop it on. It's ever so slightly minty as well. I like the fact, now I've come to appreciate the design of these when I see something not so great, because I did a Boots order a while back and I bought something that was similar to this, and it had a similar applicator, and oh my god, was it rubbish. The tip of this is quite rounded, so when you apply it to your lips, it goes on and feels really smooth when you do it, and you can kind of massage it in as well. Whereas this other applicator, the edges were quite sharp, and it just felt like you were putting the product on and scraping it off at the same time, which I thought was a bit odd. So it did make me appreciate the applicator on this one. I have really noticed a difference in terms of the fact that my lips haven't felt really dry, and it's just such a beautiful lip balm, and I am super fussy because lip balm is generally all I use, and it's gorgeous. So I've just got 2 more products that I want to talk about, and I think that probably will cover it, although I'm sure I've probably missed out stuff. But anyway, these are both from Estee Lauder, so I'll mention them at the same time because I also use them at the same time. And they're little baby versions because I haven't actually needed to get the full versions yet. We've got, of course, Advanced Night Repair, which I've talked about a few times before, and the Advanced Night Repair Eye. Now, this stuff, oh, I just continue to love it. I'm trying only to use it in the evening. I used to use it morning and evening. Depends on how bad my skin is. I have put some on this bad boy here just to hope that it helps speed up the healing process. And I've actually stopped using the dropper. Now, when I get the big bottle, I will probably have to use the dropper, but unless I decant it, I suppose, into one of these little babies. But what I prefer to do, I just do that with my finger, upside down, back again, and I do that maybe 4 times or so. Forehead, cheek, chin area. I have no idea if I'm using any more or any less doing it that way, but it's just how I prefer to apply it. I don't feel like I waste quite as much. I don't know, that's how I'm preferring to do it, and I've done it that way for a little while now. Largely because the first little bottle I had didn't have the pipette on it, and when I got one of these and it did, I thought, oh my god, that's so cute, it's got a little tiny pipette. But I don't really use it. I mean, it's a good way of measuring how much you're using, I suppose, because you can count how many drops you've used. So the Advanced Night Eye Balm stuff, they just call it Repair Eye, it's very balmy. I love this so much. I've had this for quite some time, and I'm getting very, very near the end. There's probably still a good few weeks worth in there because it's just a little dab under the eye at night. I just love the texture of this. It is very balmy. It just feels like it sinks straight in. I'm sure my eyes have changed. I'm sure they've got better. They're less wrinkly. And this is more from, I suppose, a textural point of view that I love this, because it feels so smooth when you put it on, because it is very balmy. So those two products I love using at night, and you do sort of notice the difference in the morning in terms of how your skin's looking. I think that pretty much covers it. I feel like I've talked a lot, but skincare is quite a passion of mine. It's been a huge voyage of discovery in terms of finding things that work really well. I went from not really looking after my skin at all, mainly because I just had a baby, and yeah, who's got time for any of that, to having a conversation with someone at Clarins, and they asked me about my skincare routine, and I just laughed because I didn't really have one, and I thought, for someone of my age, I really should do something about that. So I definitely loving this journey that I'm on, trying lots of different things, watching lots of things on YouTube and being convinced to try stuff out. The same goes from a makeup point of view as well. So that concludes my skincare saviours. I'm sure it will probably continue to be updated as and when I try new things that I love. But I really hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you found something that you've not tried that maybe you'd like to try too, because there are some beautiful products in there that are really worth trying if you have oily, blemish prone, problematic, getting slightly older as well skin, but hey, it's never too young to start.